Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Matt Farrell.
And I'm Kristen Rochelle.
And this is Cheaper Than Therapy. We're going to be back on the road again today.
Back-roading it.
We had fun doing it last time, so let's do it again this time.
We did. So, tell me about your week. Because we haven't talked in 2 weeks. We didn't do this last week. So.
I know. It's been crazy. Part of it is I think I told you my daughter got a coaching job for a middle school in town. And I've been helping her with that quite a bit, which I'm grateful that she got the job. I enjoy working with her, so I'm stoked about doing that. But then my wife was not feeling well.
She doesn't have COVID, does she?
It was not COVID.
Okay.
She just has severe, allergies and stuff. So, all the same symptoms starting out, except, she doesn't.
Did she take a COVID test?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Matter of fact, she's taken 2 COVID tests in the last 2 weeks.
Oh.
Because the second COVID test she took because she was with her dad, who, again, he does not have COVID either, but they went ahead and tested them both. He's in the hospital right now because he had a stroke.
Oh, my God.
So it's just one of those, when it rains, it pours.
Well, yeah. How's she doing, though?
She's doing okay.
I mean, is he okay?
He is. And here's what's crazy. When he finally went in, his stroke, they run the test and everything on it. His stroke was a week old.
What?
He'd had a stroke and still worked all week. He just couldn't figure out why he was dizzy all the time and lightheaded, and he kept getting dehydrated.
That's scary.
Yeah, so now they've got him admitted, and they're not letting him leave until they run more tests, and they're doing an MRI. And so he's got to do an MRI tomorrow. But anyway, so then on top of that, we had a busy weekend. Had Anthony Spencer played at a couple places this weekend. Knuckles performed this weekend. So with the music stuff, it's been really busy too.
Yeah.
And I think I did the Foo Bar show since the last time we did this. So we did the Foo Bar show.
You did the Foo Bar show.
And if you want to see some crazy stuff, this will kind of let you know of the caliber of fans that I have. You can go on the Fat Merrill comedy page and look at some of the pictures, because I had some people come to me after the show to show me their tattoos.
Ooh. So you did your tattoo bit then?
I did. One guy came to me, and this is the only one I'll tell about. He had a 6-pack tattooed on.
Of what? It was a Keystone.
But it was just the top of cans. It looks like the top of an actual 6-pack of beer.
On his
but he had it tattooed on his
6-pack would be.
Right, where the
one you
6-pack
gotta work for?
should be. Right. It ain't gonna work for. None of the card readers work at any of these pumps?
I don't know. We're getting gas.
Yeah.
You gonna leave me here by myself?
No, I'll just pay at the pump. I ain't gotta go nowhere. If any of these work. Oh, this one works. So, I can still talk to you.
Yeah, still talk to me while you're pumping gas.
Oh, here it is.
That's your phone case, but your phone is... Okay, your phone's up there.
Yeah.
Okay, I got confused for a moment. Which happens sometimes. Oh. It's another text message from my ex-husband. That's never fun. It's never a fun thing to get text messages from your ex-husband or ex-wife, I'm sure. Yeah. We're just gonna ignore that one. Just sitting here talking to myself.
The card reader does not work.
Oh.
Gosh. That's okay. There's plenty of places that'll sell you gas. What about you? What have you had going the last couple weeks?
Well, let's see. Went to the city. Went to Edmond on Sunday to move all my stuff out of my hypnotherapy office and move it into my home. And the weirdest thing happened to me. So I'm in my truck and I'm driving, and I look up, because I'm never paying attention when I'm driving. I'm paying attention to my phone all the time. I look up at just the right time, and I see a car smash, and they weren't very far in front of me. A car smashed into the back of like a white little SUV. It smashed into the back of it and then went airborne and flipped. Then another car comes whizzing around me, smashes into the car that flipped and rolled and landed a foot from my car on the highway.
Good God.
Yeah, I wasn't hurt. I don't know how I wasn't hurt. I was not involved in any of it. I was really blessed in that situation. I missed all the debris as well.
Wow.
It was crazy. A foot from me. That car quit rolling a foot from me, but I had started kind of defensively driving when I saw the first car hit,
Yeah.
Put on my brakes, and I thought, well, I'm just going to go off the road because that's the only way I can go is run off the road. It's either I run off the road or I run on top of this car that's just flipped.
Yeah.
So I chose to kind of veer off the road. I was okay, though. I can't believe that.
That's insane.
It is insane. It was like Die Hard. I have never seen cars. I've been in plenty of accidents myself, but I've never seen them do that, ever.
And that was up in the city?
It was in the city on Sunday, yeah.
Wow.
Don't you love these trains?
I love how the train has stopped halfway across the road.
Yeah.
This is the second time I've been stopped at the train in a week.
So you know you're going to be here a while.
But it's been like 3 months since the last time, because we live right here by this, so we used to get stuck at the train all the time. Did you know? I didn't know this. On that silver box, which has got the controls for the railroad tracks in it up here, there's a phone number on the side of that, and if the train is blocking the road for more than whatever the set amount of time is, you can call that and file a complaint.
What is the set amount of time?
Somebody told me one time, but I can't remember what it is. But it was ridiculous. I mean, because I've been stuck at this train for 45 minutes.
What?
45 minutes. And it really, it didn't bother me that particular time because I just put it in park and got on my phone and I was watching videos or, whatever I was doing. And the next thing I know, 45 minutes had passed.
Jeez.
And I was like, this is crazy.
No, I'm counting my time. I'm not gonna, I know if I'm sitting here for 10 minutes, I know if I'm sitting here for 15. There's no amount of YouTube that can give me enough patience to let me sit.
Look at this. This is crazy.
Everybody's going around the train?
Yeah.
I didn't even know you could do this.
I don't think you're supposed to.
It just takes one adventurous soul to lead the way.
Yep. That's all it takes. But look, it doesn't make any sense why they do that.
No.
I understand that the train has got to back up and pull forward, whatever, to make connections and disconnections or what have you. But why would you stop halfway across the road?
Look at this guy. He was amazed. He's like, wow, somebody can do that? He's going to be the next one. He's going to be the one to go that way.
He's just sitting there mad because he didn't think of it.
I didn't never think of it before.
But anyway, so other than a massive movie-style car crash, anything else?
Well, so my daughter had gymnastics, which my ex-husband signed her up for, okay? So I feel so great right now. So he brings his mom with him, right? And his mom is one of the biggest hypocrites I've ever met in my life. People like her are the reason why I have trouble going to church. So back when I was married and my ex-husband was having this affair, his mom was helping him with it. She would let the girl park at her house. She would let the girl stay at her house. And there I was, a pasture away, not even knowing his mom was
harboring a fugitive,
setting all this up for him. And then she'd go to church every Sunday and she'd teach my daughter Bible lessons and verses, and then she'd make sure his whore, I don't know what else you'd call her, was at her house waiting for him. And when I found out that's what was going on, I just recently found out. I put 2 and 2 together 3 months after the fact, and I just blew my mind that this woman would do this. That's
crazy.
So he shows up to gymnastics and brings her with him. So I'm thinking, okay. So I get on the phone. Brings his mom.
Okay.
So I get on the phone with my mom, and we start talking about her in front of her. She had to stand there the whole time with her back to me while I talked about how such a hypocrite she was and all the dirty stuff she did to help him aid in this affair. And I can't believe someone like that would go to church. And she just had to sit there and stare at it. She just was staring the opposite direction.
Just steaming.
Just steaming. And when I walked by her, she gave me the dirtiest look, and it felt like she put a curse on me.
She might have.
But you know what? It was such a glorious moment for me. I was like, I'm riding a high right now, Matt. Riding a high at the moment.
Which side are you?
Have you seen Jeffrey lately?
I saw him just the other day at that gas station we just left.
Does he look like he had Botox?
I didn't get that close.
I think he said Botox. Did he say anything to you?
No.
Oh.
I don't know if he even saw me.
He probably saw you.
I did.
He likes to ignore people. See, right now we're having an issue because he signed her up for gymnastics. And then told me it was my responsibility to pay for it. I don't know how that is. He signs her up for gymnastics and then tells me it's my responsibility to pay for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you know what you should do?
What?
You should go sign both of y'all up for like mommy-daughter makeovers for the rest of the summer, and you just sign up and go, hey, this is on you. I paid for gymnastics even though you signed her up. You got to pay for the mommy-daughter
Oh yeah, that's
makeovers.
not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. He's not a nice person. The good Lord gives the worst people the most energy. It's like, you know, he could just go forever with his hateful attitude, just being. And see, I just don't really feel like I have time for that, you know. Except I had some time today and I enjoyed it. His mom was mad. Oh, she was mad. Do you know the satisfaction of pissing an ex-mother-in-law off?
I don't have any.
You have your ex-mother. Oh yeah, you don't have an ex-mother-in-law.
Yeah.
And your mother-in-law probably liked you. Did she like you?
I think she does.
Yeah, you think she does?
Yeah.
It's
I
been
mean, we
long.
get along.
It's been long enough anyway. She should.
Yeah, we get along. I hate watching that thing just continue to run.
Oh my God, yeah.
I know what I was going to talk to you about.
What?
Is public bathroom etiquette.
Ooh.
I don't know, because for the most part, I would assume that there's probably some pretty crappy women's restrooms.
Oh yeah.
But for the most part, all women's bathrooms, like, they're individual stalls, right?
Yes.
So you don't have that.
No, there's just a trough.
Yeah, you don't have that. Like in a lot of men's rooms, it's just a trough, so you might be standing shoulder to shoulder, or there'll be urinals on the wall without dividers, so you're catching
No splash guards?
You're catching peripheral looks of other people's penis, you know. So it's a bad deal.
Yeah.
And it can be very awkward, which it doesn't bother me, but I watch other people. Like, I've gone into a bathroom, okay, and there will be 4 urinals on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
3 of them are in use.
Mm-hmm.
So there's one still left open. And there will still be a line of people because they don't want to use the one right next to somebody else. They want there to be a space in between.
Yeah.
I'll cut in line. I'll use it. I don't care.
Excuse me, I don't care.
It doesn't bother me. Here's something else I don't like. I don't like conversation
While you're using the bathroom. That's something women miss out on. We don't have some conversation in the bathroom.
You don't have conversation?
No, we're not. We're not sitting on one toilet and then someone's sitting on the other and everybody's talking about, I don't know.
Why do y'all go to the bathroom together then?
To talk about you guys.
But you're not doing it while you're on the toilet?
No, usually not while we're on the toilet. No,
Gotcha.
we're just talking about you guys.
Gotcha. Okay. I don't like, I don't mind if I'm at something. Yeah, stop. Hold on.
Jeez. $85 so far. Backroading's gotten expensive.
That's what it called. Hey, send in donations. We need gas money. I don't mind, like, if I'm standing in a urinal, like if we're at an event, like if we're at a concert or something, and I'm standing in the urinal and the guy next to me is like, man, it's a pretty good show so far. Yeah, sure is. That's the end of that conversation.
You're not going to continue.
I don't want to stand there. We both got our pricks in our hand, and we're talking about our feelings or what's going on in the world. I don't want to talk about politics or religion while we're both standing there with our wieners wieners out. You know, it's just, that's not a good place to have a conversation. I really don't like it when somebody sits down in a stall next to me and tries to strike up conversation. I have literally had someone, I've been sitting in a bathroom, public restroom, going boo-boo, and I see somebody's feet, they come in, they sit down at the stall next to me, and then they compliment my shoes.
Ooh.
They're like, ooh, those are nice shoes, where'd you get those? And I'm like,
that's weird.
Now
that's
is
weird.
not a good time for a conversation.
No, it's not. This is my mechanic lives down there. Yeah, that's not a good time for a conversation. So one time,
I put the doors in your mechanic's new shop.
Did you?
Yeah.
Ah, Mr.
McCracken. Yep.
So one time, me and my daughter were in the Lowe's bathroom. We're both in the same stall. She's about 4 years old, waiting for her to go to the bathroom. Someone comes into the stall next to us and sits down, and very loudly she says, "Mommy, this is supposed to be the women's bathroom. Look, there's a man next to us." There was some woman with the hugest feet I have ever seen in my entire life. And you know, if your shoes are abnormally large, you probably don't get a large selection of cute shoes.
Right.
So they were white, like just off-brand looking orthopedic.
Like some old man, some old stepdad shoes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can assume a lot of things about people under, you know, in the next stall.
That's
You know,
so
and sometimes if I'm on the toilet so too long, that's what I'll do. I'm gonna sit there and make a whole story about these shoes. And I see who's wearing them, who they are, what their name is, what they do for a living.
What is your average time?
In the bathroom?
Yeah, when you go to the bathroom, home, public bathroom, whatever.
Well,
Like you go to the bathroom.
I'm not married anymore. My average time in the bathroom has gone down quite a bit. So when I was married, I don't know, maybe spend 10, 15 minutes in the bathroom. But I'm not. So I'm in and out of there.
Why would you spend more time in the bathroom when you're married?
To get a break. To get a break from.
You had to go to the bathroom to decompress.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, I had to go decompress. You're like, but my wife's always in the bathroom.
No, my wife goes to the bathroom. I know why she's in there so long, because I can hear her TikTok running.
Oh.
She get in there and be on TikTok.
I don't take my phone with me into the bathroom.
I shouldn't. That's my problem. I'll get in there on the back and I'll be leaning on my knees. So then when it's time to get up and the damn legs are asleep.
Are you paranoid at some point though? Somebody like can see something they don't need to see?
No, because I don't care about stuff like that.
No, you just like.
If somebody from China sent me a text right now and said, "Hey, we have access to your camera, but you've been pretty cautious. We haven't seen your penis." I was like, "Is that what you like? Do you want me to send you a picture?" I don't give a shit. Like that kind of stuff doesn't bother me. I don't worry about. My daughter keeps a piece of tape over the camera hole on her laptop.
Yeah.
Because she's seen the stuff where they can open up. And,
Oh yeah.
And if your laptop's open, they can hack your camera.
I used to do that. I used to put tape over mine.
That kind of stuff doesn't bother me. If they want to watch me make weird faces while I'm using the computer, because I'm not computer savvy.
Yeah.
So like when I'm working on the computer, first of all, you already know I type with these two fingers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very slow. I still don't know how to do stuff. So when I'm using the computer, this pisses me off.
What?
Why are you going through the drive-thru in a car? Just pull into one of the stalls. The drive-thru is if you have a large vehicle that won't fit or if you're pulling a trailer.
That's what it's for?
Yes.
See, I'd be the asshole in the car back there. I didn't know.
Why?
That.
Why would you go through the drive-thru in a car? Just pull into one of the stalls.
Lots of us don't know.
See, my point of view on it is I think that people do that because they think that you don't have to tip if you go up there because there's not a car hop coming out.
Oh, really? See, I've never thought that way.
So you still tip at the drive-thru window?
No. I don't tip at the drive-thru window.
Do you tip at the car hop?
Yeah. I guess I've never thought about it because you're used to going through a drive-thru. In a normal drive-thru, you're not, tipping.
What would you like to drink?
Ooh, I want a cherry limeade.
Sonic is not a sponsor, but they should be.
They should be.
Because I cannot drive past a Sonic without stopping and getting a sweet tea. You want a cherry limeade?
I want cherry limeade.
A large one?
No, I want a small. I'm not a big soda person.
A small?
I guess
Let's
that's
go
abnormal.
medium.
Let's do medium.
Sonic, my name's Alex. What can I get for you?
Alex, can I get a medium cherry limeade and a large sweet tea? You need something else?
Sure thing. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Nice. Give me $5.43 today. Not right now.
Thank you.
Get some gold dollars here.
I found those in the bed of my truck.
Ooh.
Isn't that weird though?
Who is on this?
Jackson? Is that who it is?
What? This is like
Oh, no, that's
Sacagawea or
Sacagawea.
something.
Yeah.
Jackson?
Oh, they got different people on the gold dollar. There's George Washington on that one.
And this is Kennedy on the
50-cent piece. Can you roll a coin down your knuckles?
No, I cannot. Val Kilmer did that in that movie
Tombstone. Yeah.
I cannot.
It's harder
do
to do with a.
So it just takes practice.
Oh yeah, just like anything else you do with your hands.
Well, I imagine people that can do stuff like this though, they have really boring office jobs at some point in their life.
You know why I can do that?
Why?
I used to spend a lot of time at a poker table.
Aha.
I can do it with a poker chip a lot better. I'll probably have a poker chip. I know I have.
What do you have a poker chip up there for?
For playing with while I'm driving.
Oh, just to keep yourself busy?
Just
like if you're sitting at 45-minute trains?
Yeah. If I got 3 of them, there's tricks I can do with them. There's our drinks. Hi. Yep.
Yeah, nope. I can't do it. Thank you.
You get the short one. And we'll get napkins just in case you use.
Would you like your coins?
Nope.
Okay. Would you like your receipt today?
No, thank you. Thank you very much. Have a good one.
I have not had a cherry limeade in a long time.
How come?
I don't drink soda. I'm not a soda person. It's been like 2 years?
When was the last time you came through a Sonic?
Probably about 8 months ago.
Why? How can you drive past it? I love Sonic.
It's hard to drive past Wayne's for me.
See, I used to be a big Wayne's fan, and the only drink I ever got at Wayne's was a Pina Colada Dr. Pepper.
I always got Pina Colada Sprite.
Ooh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I never tried that.
It's good. We get cherry in it too.
I used to always get a Pina Colada Dr. Pepper, and the last several times I've been through there, it's been terrible. Like, I feel like I'm going to be diabetic at the end of it. Like, they make it
The syrup?
Yeah, it's just, they put too much syrup in it. Let's go, prick! Golly.
A little bit of the road rage.
Only when people are being stupid. All
I haven't
right.
had this in so long. It's really good.
Just makes your heart happy.
Is it dollar store closed out here?
Yeah, they flooded.
Oh. See, I used to live out here, but I haven't been out here in a long time, so.
Yeah. Okay, back to public bathrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Difference between men and women. I've also experienced this. I've been standing in a very long... No, I've experienced this a few times. One time I was standing in a very long line waiting for the men's room at a concert.
Mm-hmm.
And a woman walked right past all of us dudes in line and went straight to a stall, waited for the guy to come out, and she went in. And not one single guy said a word about it. They were like, all right,
Really?
go right ahead. Now, if a dude were to do that at the women's room, he would go to jail.
Oh, yeah. After he got beat up by a group of women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. I've also been standing at a urinal at a concert, and a woman walked in, and she went down, and it's a big venue, so there was like 40 urinals in a row on the wall, and then I had a few stalls. But she went down that whole row and grabbed every guy's ass, and then she went out. And I'm sure, I mean, they were drunk. I'm sure it was a dare from her friends. I was not offended, like I don't give a shit about that either. But again, if a dude were to walk into a women's restroom and just start groping women, going to jail.
Well, yeah, definitely. Oh my God.
Going to jail.
You enjoyed it? Did you enjoy the groping?
It was funny. It was fun, you know. Some just random chick just walked in and
but
started.
that's kind of the general attitude. You thought it was funny. You know, some of those other guys probably thought it was funny. What guy is gonna be like, she touched my ass, I'm filling out a police report?
Right, but think about it. If a guy walked in and smacked every girl on the ass as he went by, and 9 out of the 10 girls thought it was funny, one girl gets offended, going to jail.
Yeah?
It's a double standard.
It is a double standard. Guys are a little bit more laid back about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's like, The only time you ever hear about a teacher who has had sex with students and she gets in trouble is because the kid's parents found out about it. Unless it's a male teacher and a female student. Because boys ain't saying shit. They're keeping their mouth shut.
No, how are parents finding out about it though?
So, because boys run their mouths to their buddies. And word gets back to them. And it's crazy. I personally know a guy, and he was very wrong. I'm not sticking up for him at all. He was wrong. He was punished, and he had it coming. So I'm not sticking up for him. But he was a coach at a high school, and he got involved with one of the girls.
Is this recent?
And he was married. It's been probably 10 years ago now. He gets involved with the high school girls. He's married. The high school girl says, "Hey, I want you to leave your wife and be with me." And he goes, "Well, you know that's not going to happen. That's not the way we already talked about this." She goes, "Well, in that case, I'm going to tell my dad." So she tells her dad. Dad raises a fit, as any dad would. Not only does he lose his job, he goes to jail.
Yeah.
He's now a convicted felon. He is on the registered sex offender list for the rest of his life.
How old was the girl?
She was 17 or 8. She was 17. Yeah, but she was a student at school. He goes to prison, registered, blah, blah, whatever. Like I said, he knew that he shouldn't have done it. He did it anyway. He was punished, and he had it coming. I'm not defending that at all. At a school, and I don't want to name any schools, at a school right down the highway from there, a female teacher has relations with a male student. Everybody knows about it. Everybody knows about it. Like, it was talk of the town. Not only did she not get in trouble, she still has a job. She didn't even lose her job.
Really?
100%.
I don't know about
100%.
that.
I would not lie to you. Would not lie to you. Off camera, I will tell you what school, and I will tell you the teacher's name.
Ooh, okay. That's exciting. Small town stuff is always fun.
Yeah.
No, my ex-husband hasn't sent me the ink back yet.
You must not have hit the right nerve.
I guess I didn't. I'm a failure.
You gotta try harder.
Well, his mom is super pissed at me.
Well, yeah. If you were texting her, it'd probably be a whole different deal, huh?
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to be texting her. So, a month and a half ago, I go to Tahlequah, whatever. We go kayaking down the river.
Uh-huh.
This guy is supposed to be there that I'm supposed to be meeting, and he gets a little drunk and just completely just falls off the face of the earth, right?
Right.
I don't hear anything from him. So I don't text him, no big deal. He just texts me like literally 20 minutes ago, and it's like, "Hey, how have you been?" And I'm like, "Who is this?" He's like, "Tom." Well, I don't say anything back because I'm like, "Tom, okay."
But you know who it is.
No, I don't know. So now he's like, "I was supposed to meet you at the river in Tahlequah. What have you been doing?" A month and a half later?
You should answer back and go, "I'm still here at the river waiting."
Okay, I'm just gonna say this to him. I'm still at the river waiting.
Meet me there.
Okay.
Meet me here. I'm still waiting.
Meet me.
Oh, this gal's got a little sachet to her walk, don't she?
Where? Well, yeah.
She was throwing them hips. Left, right, left.
There, I texted what you told me to.
There you go. I'm full of great ideas. As long as you don't intend on talking to him anymore, I'm full of great ideas.
Yeah, I don't intend on talking to him anymore.
Okay, so it has been 2 weeks since we visited. Have there been any other dates? Any dates that are interesting to talk about?
No, not really. I mean, I did go see John Anderson this past weekend, he was good. He was great. One of the singers that, he's in his probably 60s, 70s, and he sounds amazing.
Yeah, John Anderson's definitely at least in his 70s.
He sounds just as good, if not better, than he does on the radio, and that is not a common thing.
Right.
He did an acoustic set.
Really?
Came out there, he was nothing but him and his guitar and some other dude with a steel guitar. That was it, no band. It was really really intimate, really nice.
I would've loved that.
His voice did all the work. He's got a very strong voice.
That dude's awesome.
So that's all I did.
That's it.
That's it. I didn't.
Did you take a date with you?
I did take a date with me, but it was a nice date. It was a good date. It was not a.
Well, you're allowed to tell us about those too. You don't have to just tell us about the fucked up one-legged people.
He is a farmer, and he seems like a very nice person. I don't know much else about him, so
Like
we won't
like
wait.
second date, maybe.
Yeah,
Or-
he's Roadrunner.
yeah.
No, he's second date material
Yeah.
for sure.
Cool. Is he older?
No, he's my age, our age. Oh yeah, I had a birthday.
When was your birthday?
Last Tuesday. Matt didn't even text me happy birthday.
I didn't know it was your birthday.
39. I did.
Did you really turn 39?
I did. I turned 39. 39
Did you turn
years
39
old.
last year too?
No.
Okay.
No.
I know it was one of those deals where I'm just gonna be like, I'm not gonna be 40. I'm just gonna be 39 forever.
Than what I am. No, if I was gonna be something forever, it wouldn't be 39.
Well, some people just draw the line. They're like, all right, I'm not crossing this threshold. I'm not going to 40.
Maybe I'll turn 39 again next year.
There you go. I don't blame you. I really didn't know it was your birthday.
Mm-hmm.
How come you didn't invite me out for birthday?
I didn't go anywhere for my birthday.
Well, if you'd have told me that it was your birthday, well, I'd have come took you to dinner.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's a sweet thought. No, I didn't do anything for my birthday.
That sucks.
Nothing.
Was it nice to not do anything?
No.
No.
No. No.
I was gonna go ahead.
I had a surprise biopsy that day.
Well, sounds like a good time.
No, that's not a good time. I go to the gynecologist, you know.
That sounds like
Yeah,
fun.
and then he's like, I have to do a biopsy. I'm sorry. I see something that looks suspicious. I'm like, okay. Happy birthday to me. 39 years.
Was that just his pickup line?
Oh no.
So-
What?
so that he
That'd
could-
be a good pickup line.
So that he could see you again? That's like, man, I remember guys used to say that all the time. They're like, oh man, I want to grow. I'm going to be a gynecologist. I'm like, why? I would never want that. I would never want to be a boob doctor
You
either.
could never look at vaginas the same.
Yeah, well, I
Never.
just feel like it would be the same as, like, you can have the most exciting job in the world, but if it's something you do every day, all day,
Mm-hmm.
it loses its appeal.
Yeah, and then what would happen if a vagina lost its appeal?
Yeah. He's like, yeah, no thanks, I've seen them. You seen one, you seen them all. Yeah, no way.
My gynecologist is the most interesting gynecologist ever. So he's a short little guy, always tan. He's older. His little scrubs are always open so you can see his chest hair and his gold chain, right? And
Like a mob boss or something?
he does Zumba at the gym with all the ladies. I have been in Zumba class with him before. I
Wow.
can't look at him the same ever since I saw him show up to Zumba class in short shorts, tall socks, matching sweatbands on his head, around his arms. Oh yeah.
And this is the guy that you trust with the health of your hoo-ha.
Right, he delivered my daughter, yeah.
You trust him with your hoo-ha.
Yeah, I do. I do. It's hard for me to keep a straight face though after all that
Yeah, no joke.
Zumba business. Why are they so busy here
I'm
today?
guessing there's something, they got wedding or something going on in the music hall there.
Oh.
I did a show there at the music hall one time.
I was
And
married there one time.
It was probably one of my favorite shows that I've ever done. And it started out, it looked like it was going to be a bad deal because I had two openers, two guys that were supposed to open for me, and both of them bailed on me last minute.
Ew.
So I wound up having to do, yeah, they got a wedding going on. There's people in fancy dresses
You're
and shit.
checking that woman out.
I obviously was not her type. Her kid did not look like me. Anyway, both of them stood me up, so it looked like it was going to be a friggin' disaster. We'd build it as a 2-hour show, so you still have to give what you sold the tickets for.
Yeah.
So I wound up doing 2 hours and 20 minutes by myself, and it was a amazing show.
Was it?
It was. I never lost one person. Everyone stayed engaged, and the only reason that because I still had plenty to go, The only reason that I cut it off when I did is because I was drinking the entire time I was on stage and I was about to piss my pants. Like, I had to go to the bathroom so bad.
You held it for 2 hours.
Which is pretty good, right? When you're beer drinking?
Yeah, that is
2
really
hours?
good
That's
to
really
not
good.
have to like stop what you're doing, take a potty break.
Do you have fear of like bridges and stuff like
I
this?
do.
So don't stop.
Don't stop.
Like, this bridge bothers you?
This one, not so much because I know how deep the water is. All right, 2 worst states for bridges. Bridge collapses: Louisiana and Oklahoma. They are
Really?
yes, they don't check the bridges enough.
100% I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't.
Louisiana and Oklahoma.
Which, once you get down in the south part of Louisiana, there's parts of that state where you're on a bridge.
The whole
for
friggin'
miles.
time, like on
Yeah.
the causeway, yeah.
Have you ever gone down I-10 all the way?
Where does it go?
I-10 is the southern interstate that goes from Florida all the way across.
Mm-hmm.
You go through New Mexico, Arizona, all that. It's one of the most traveled interstates in the country, especially for truckers, because it goes from one side to the other.
Mm-hmm. I've not been on all of it in, one trip, but in sections, I've gone down
Like when
it.
you get down there, Louisiana, Mississippi, all that, it's just, it's all bridge.
And those bridges scare me, like when you're going over the causeway.
Yeah.
That's an anxiety attack. Because when somebody falls, when a bridge collapses, it's rare, like when people die from this, it's from the cars piling on top of them is what it is. It's the crushing constant. Yeah.
I wasn't scared of it until you described it.
So,
I'd never given it a second thought
Yeah.
until you started talking about it.
I'm one of those people that I have got an exit plan for if my car falls into the water. I go over these scenarios in my head over and over again, like what window would I roll down first?
Really?
Yeah. Do you not do that?
No.
Really?
I think only crazy people do that.
Well, I do that.
Only crazy people sit around and worry about things that might happen.
Well, those things do happen to some people, so it's good to know
They
how
do.
you would handle it.
They do happen. Not very often at all. And I can understand, like, if you keep a window breaker in your car
I need one.
or a seatbelt cutter in your car. If you keep those things in your car, just be prepared. Cool. That makes sense. But to sit around and think about it and plan it out and worry,
Well, I
you
don't worry. I just
you
want to make
drive
sure.
yourself crazy.
I just want to make sure I have a plan in effect in case I need it. But I'm not worrying about it.
No,
It's
it doesn't
just
sound like you're worried at all.
Nice to know I have a plan in effect in case I'm ever on a bridge collapse situation.
Doesn't sound like you're worried at all. Did you know that, I know you used to live out in this part of the country. Did you know,
My ex-husband's an asshole?
but
Mm-hmm.
myself and you and everybody that has watched this podcast so far, are you fixing to fart?
No, I'm cold.
Well, turn the air conditioner down.
I need some sunshine. Okay, what were you saying?
Oh shit, I just pulled that in front of me. Anyway, that Medicine Park used to be where mobsters from Chicago would come and hide out
Yes.
when the heat was on back in the big cities.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
It's crazy stories.
Medicine Park. And it was a rough place up into the 70s too.
Yeah. Lawton, a long time ago, used to be called Little Chicago.
Was it?
The murder rate, the per capita, it had the highest murder rate as anywhere in the country.
I wonder who has the highest murder rate now.
Ooh, I don't know. Did you know there was like 13, I want to say she said 30, she was telling me about it just the other day. There were like 13 homicides in Oklahoma City just in the month of August.
This year?
Yeah.
Who do you think has the highest crime rate in the United States?
The highest crime rate or
Yeah.
the highest murder rate?
Let's do highest murder rate.
Highest murder rate. I would say, I'm going to go with Detroit.
What state has the highest murder rate?
Here is information from World Population Review.
Louisiana has the highest murder rate in the U.S.
Really?
14.4 murders per 100,000 residents. Mississippi is the second. And Missouri, no, Mississippi's the third. Then Missouri's the fourth. Where's the second?
Wow.
Yeah. I would have thought Oklahoma would be up there on that list. Really?
Really, I would have thought, you know, I mean, I would have thrown California because of Los Angeles and New York and Michigan because of Detroit. And
Louisiana's my favorite state. I go to New Orleans every year. I did not know that they have the
you probably ain't gonna go this year.
highest. I'm still gonna go.
You better take your damn boat and your floaties.
Oh yeah, they've got that hurricane right now.
Yeah. These are some pretty nice little places. I just wish they hadn't built them so close to each other.
I know.
They just
but
stack shit on top of each other when they build stuff now.
we're just running out of space here in Oklahoma, apparently. St. Louis, Missouri is the city with the highest murder rate.
Really?
Yep. Isn't
I like St. Louis
Tana
too.
from Missouri?
No, she's from here, but she used to live in
She's
St.
from
Louis.
Oh, okay.
When her parents got divorced, her dad moved to St. Louis to go to work.
Mm-hmm.
So she would go and live in the summer times with him up there.
Oh.
Yeah. I like St. Louis too. I think St. Louis is a fun town.
I've driven through St. Louis. Do you remember how they portray it on the vacation movies with Chevy Chase? When they go through Missouri, isn't that where his wheels get taken off? St. Louis, something like that.
Yeah.
Wow, they have really built this up back here. I have not. We're not really back roading right now.
We're not.
No.
Some really nice houses back
Yeah,
here.
they have built this.
But they're not
area
very
up.
big.
No, there's no room for any big houses back here.
But I bet you there's still 500,000.
Yeah, easy.
Didn't you used to work in real estate?
I did. I still have my real estate license. I just don't use it.
Why not?
I don't know. I think it got a little boring for me. That's when I got into radio.
I remember, so I want to say we did some work for the company that you worked for.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember seeing you when I walked into the office one time. That was back before we really knew each other.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. We didn't really get to know each other until recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember that though? Do you remember coming in?
No, I don't remember.
See, that's the difference. See how highly I thought of you, even back then before I knew you.
Okay,
I remembered you. You didn't even know who I was. Just let's see.
When I was married, my ex-husband was always like, "Don't talk to Matt Farrell. Stay away from Matt Farrell." He was.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
I don't know.
I never given that motherfucker any reason to not
and so
like
I
me.
never knew back when I was married. Never knew how to approach you. You know. I didn't know what had went on, that he acted like that. And then when we got divorced, I'm like, oh, so he's just like just a dick all the time to everybody. Okay.
Damn, that hurts my feelings.
You knew he was an asshole.
Well, I knew he was an asshole, but he didn't have no reason to be an asshole to me.
No, he didn't have a reason to be an asshole to a lot of people, but he was. So, you know, it was just who he was. So he thinks a lot of himself.
See, that never, like, and I figure it doesn't matter what you do. Like, I mean, because I own a garage door business. So I know that, like, all the time, like, I'll get friends that'll call and they'll want to know if I'll come look at their stuff or work on something, and they're wanting it for free.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. So, like, there were times, like, I had 7 horses at one time, and I had called Jeffrey. It took me forever to get a hold of him, to get him to answer his phone. I finally, and I tried to call him in a moment of weakness, that's why he answered his phone. He answered his phone, and I was like, hey, I got these horses, I need them all trimmed and one of them shod. And he just flat blew me off.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't asking him to do nothing for free. You know, I was going to pay him his regular rate. I wasn't asking for a break or a discount or nothing. He would not come and do it. And I don't know.
He just got like that. The more money he made, the less considerate he was to people. He kind of forgot who he was and where he came from. You know, but there's people that can start doing good for themselves, and when someone starts making money, you're going to see their true character.
Yeah.
Money changes people. They're either going to be themselves, and they're going to be good people, or they're going to just straight up snub you and decide that they're better. You know, and that's the hard part, because you go through situations with people and you think, you know, I know this person, this is a great person, I've known this person my whole life. Character doesn't come out until you go through certain circumstances.
Yeah. Going broke or getting money, one of the two.
Yeah, that your character will come out in those circumstances.
I've been both. I've been broke and had money. I feel like I'm pretty even keel.
Yeah.
When I have money, I'm an over generous person.
That's how I am.
Which is why I don't still have money.
That's how I am. I'm a generous person. I'm always, you know, like, if I have something, who can I help? What can I do? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't change me. And not having it, you know, doesn't really change me either. It might be in a little bit of a worse mood. You know, my mood might not be so great all the time, but...
That's what I need. Let's get us a 1972 tour bus.
Oh, yeah. I'd love that.
Or a newer one. That'd work too.
What are all these tour buses doing over here?
I don't know. Maybe they think they're famous. Or maybe they are famous. I don't know.
Club 2901.
They're just... companies would come in and give us poker chips for free. Just so we could see the quality of them and try to get us to buy and use their chips. I just kept them all just so I had something to play with.
Well, they look like fun. They're pretty.
They're even better when they're actually worth money.
Really?
Oh yeah. I used to whenever I was traveling around playing cards all the time. Before I'd leave, I'd buy a $1 poker chip from everywhere I went, just to save it.
Did you make yourself a necklace out of them?
No.
Poker chip necklace. You go home and craft.
Hot glue them together.
Yeah. Tell Tana you're busy. Don't bother me for the next hour. I've got to craft. So it rained out here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because it rained out at my house.
Did it?
Yeah, it was pretty hard.
It rained pretty good, but it didn't last real long.
And I was thinking about that because I was like, we can't do certain back roading stuff now because it's raining.
Well, we'll go see if we can find some spots to get stuck. Oh, man. You got any dates coming up?
Nope.
Nothing.
Possible second one with the
Man, you look good in that light right now.
ooh, don't I? It's
Look
like,
at you just glowing. Look at you. That sun just hitting you.
So I'm just curious. When we did our other backroading episode and we drove by Bryson and we were talking about it, was anyone like, oh yeah, I know him?
No? Nobody's commented,
Nobody said anything.
I'll say we went out here to Robinson's Landing this weekend. Anthony Spencer played out there. Drop Dead Damn It, another band that I know. Knuckles played out there. Anyway, it was really a fun deal that they had put together. And we're standing kind of up by the entryway to where all this is going on. And Bryson and his wife came walking in. And I saw him, he kind of had his head down. I saw him kind of look out underneath the bill of his hat, and he saw him standing over there. And I saw him go in, and I never saw him again for the rest of the night. So I'm guessing they went in, went around, came back out and left. Because another guy that does know him came up to me afterwards. He goes, I saw Bryson and his wife come in, but I hadn't seen him since. I said, yeah, so he's probably going to at least avoid this area up here because he owes me a bunch of money.
So how does that feel to know somebody went out of their way to avoid you? Like, they were like straight up like scared. I don't want to talk to Matt.
At first, I wouldn't say that it was fear. It was more
shame.
Yeah, just embarrassment. Don't want to have to even deal with it.
You can go nowhere when you owe people money. You just gotta stay home.
Yeah, because you're always going to run into somebody.
For sure. Man, it is beautiful. I wish everybody could see the sunsets that we see.
All you gotta do is hit us up. Y'all can come right around with us.
Yeah, come right around with us.
That'd be fun, wouldn't it?
It would.
I had somebody contact me today about they wanted to know about doing a podcast because they have a lot of personal things that they want to talk about and get off their chest. And so I'm gonna meet with them tomorrow, and we're gonna discuss if they just want to come on and be a guest on my other podcast, and just I'll just give them an opportunity to vent and talk, and then they can see how that goes if they like it, and if so, if it's something they feel like they want to continue doing, I'll help them with getting their stuff together and getting started. Or if that's all they needed was just one time get out there with an audience and just get it all off their chest. Then that'll be good too. So here's what I don't get. I was watching I watch a lot of other podcasts, just seeing where everybody's at and how things are going.
I just watch Hitler documentaries on TV. I need to stop that. I need to stop that.
I watch a lot of Joe Rogan's podcast, which Joe Rogan has the biggest following podcast in the world. And I was watching a deal with him, and he was like, man, he's been a guest on other people's, and they've got like 14 or 15 people working there. Like, it's a big production. And he said he doesn't understand why they've got that. Because like even at his, which is the largest in the world, there's him and another guy.
Yeah.
And then whatever guests they have on.
It's just 3 people. 14 people working on working for 3 people. Yeah. I couldn't imagine having that many people.
Yeah, it would. And that's what he said. He goes, he didn't understand why they had it like that. He goes, because it's more of a distraction than anything. Because you've got all these people that are just walking around. He goes, where it's, even if it's something like this, or like even when we're in studio, like it's just us. There's nothing else going on around us. There are no other distractions.
Right.
So it's kind of crazy to think, and I would imagine like when you get big and if you're making money and you got stuff you want to, give people a job, let them help. Here, I found something you can do. Even though it's something you absolutely could do on your own, you're just giving somebody else a chance to do something and make a living. Which goes back to that, I'm over generous when I've got money. Like, I'll give somebody a job so that they have an opportunity to make money, even though it's something I could 100% do on my own.
Didn't you do a show there?
Anthony just did a show there. I'm doing a show there later this month.
Oh, okay. What day?
The 18th.
The 18th?
Yep. I'm doing a show at Sticks Place in Wichita Falls, Texas on the 17th. And then I'll be there at the Bullpen on the 18th.
Okay. I'm going to make one of these.
But you never get to come to my show.
My daughter's birthday is on September 17th, so...
I feel like you volunteer. Like, no, you volunteering for stuff. And not necessarily with your daughter either. Like, you're just like making stuff. You're calling volunteer programs going, hey, my friend's got a show this weekend. You got anything else I can commit to?
I promise that's not what's going on.
You just don't want to hang out with me?
I promise. With this, every other weekend thing with your kid, your shows always fall on the weekend I have her. It's weird.
Well, if you would help me book more shows to where I had stuff every weekend,
then I could plan it.
You could make it to 50%.
I could. You're right. I get it. I've been bad about that lately, not doing any of it.
I did the show at Food. What the hell was that?
You've never been there?
No. What is it?
Jeffrey's had his grandma's 90th birthday there one year or something. It's just a little community.
Was there only 3 people in there?
No.
It doesn't look like a very big building.
No, there was quite a few people in there.
Alright, so anyway, look how big this pig is right here.
What pig?
The pig right there in the pen.
Oh, the one in front of me?
Yeah.
It's huge.
That one that outweighs you by about 200 pounds?
Yeah.
So I do a show at Food Bar a couple weeks ago or whatever. And there's two lesbian girls sitting right up front. And they're having a blast. They have a great time. Show's over. They're hammered. And they walk up. I'm standing there and I'm visiting with a friend of mine. And they walk up and start telling my friend how great of a job he just did and how funny he was. And I just stepped back and I was like, he did do a good job, didn't he? Like, we were trying to tell him, how good he did, and I was drumming it up. It was funny to me. They knew that it was him that they just saw on stage.
Oh, really? They were that gone.
Oh yeah. And I'm standing right next to him, and they were like, "Didn't you think he was funny?" I was like, "Absolutely, one of the funniest guys I know."
Look who this may be.
that their place?
Yeah. Maybe it's his business partner because that's not a Dodge. So I go get my tattoo. I get another tattoo tomorrow. At Roger's place.
What do you get?
I'm getting a little skeleton right here with some flowers. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Gonna
Is somewhere in there, is it going to say Matt's my best friend?
Yes. How did you know? It was supposed to be a surprise.
I just knew it. I just knew it. Where do you go to get tattooed?
Fort Cobb. Yeah, the guy there did this last one here on my arm. Yeah, Fort Cobb.
Oklahoma?
Yeah. I'll be driving to Fort Cobb tomorrow evening.
There's like
folks.
8 people there.
Yeah, I know.
And I guess one of them's a tattoo artist.
One of them is a tattoo artist. I like Eddie. Eddie's pretty good at what he does.
Huh. Is it one of those like you just take it out and trade? You just take him a bottle of whiskey and he does tattoos?
No, I wish.
That's what my tattoo guy does.
Really?
Well, used to. He's on the wagon now.
Oh, dang it.
Yeah, that's why I ain't got no tattoos on that. We were just talking about getting more tattoos the day before yesterday.
Is Tana gonna get another one?
Yeah, she's wanting some more.
What is she gonna get?
She's wanting some roses. She's wanting to do a half sleeve on one arm, and she's wanting to just like to be like roses.
Mm-hmm.
One whole.
Just like
forearm.
the whole forearm?
Yeah. I don't know if she's want to like put stuff in it or whatever, but she's probably not gonna put Matt as my best friend.
No, she's probably not.
I got about as much chance of her putting Matt as my best friend on her arm as I do you putting it on your arm.
Yeah. Yeah.
I won't do it. I won't get a name.
You won't get a name?
We've been married 20 years, and that's one agreement we made. We'll never get each other's names tattooed on us.
Don't, because you'll jinx yourself.
Yep. I've seen it a bunch of times.
Everybody that has their names tattooed on someone's arm, their name, they don't last.
My aunt and uncle were married for over 30 years,
Mm-hmm.
and they got, in place of a wedding ring, they got their names tattooed on each other's finger,
Yeah.
and immediately had marital problems. Like,
Oh.
and they were the perfect, ideal couple, got along, everybody strived to be them, and all of a sudden, like, it got bad for a while.
But then did it get better?
Yeah, they were able to work through it.
It was just the tattoos that caused it.
I believe it.
There's like some kind of weird stigma that surrounds that, and you just kind of, it's just gonna happen in your life. If you get someone's name on your arm or any part of your body, it's gonna happen.
I believe it. I really, really believe it. We got, like, I got the King of Hearts and she got the Queen of Hearts.
Yeah.
That's it. That's as
it.
close as we'll get to, which, I mean, and we talked about getting a couple other tattoos, like matching
Mm-hmm.
tattoos, but we'll not get a name.
Can you think of a good tattoo to commemorate my horrible ex? Can you think of a good tattoo
Ooh,
to commemorate that situation?
man, let me think on it a minute. I don't know.
I can't think of a funny tattoo to get over that. I can't.
It has to be something funny.
It does.
Because if you get something serious, I feel like they won.
Yeah, never anything serious.
If you got something serious, you know, if you got so and so broke my heart, blah blah, whatever, that they won because you just spent money and pain and time getting a tattoo about them.
Yeah.
They win.
So if you think of anything funny between now and tomorrow night, send it my way because I'm going tomorrow night to get my tattoo. You know how long it's been since I've been driven out here? What's wrong with me today? Since I've been around here. I got divorced a while ago. It's been at least 8 months. I won't even go anywhere near where I used to live. Like I don't
know where you used to live.
You want me to show you?
No, well, no, I'm not saying that. Like
duck.
you don't want to go there. That's fine. I'm just saying if I go by where you used to live, it's an accident. I don't know where y'all's place was. I know where his grandparents' place is.
Yeah.
Which, and does his brother live there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, his brother lives there. Wow, someone's building out here.
Did you always get along with his brother?
I did. I didn't ever have problems with his brother. He had problems with his brother because he has problems with everybody. So.
Yeah.
Didn't ever have problems with his brother.
To me, his brother always seemed like a real nice guy.
It's a housing edition?
Oh, I'm sure.
That's crazy.
Yeah, there ain't no such thing as the country no more.
That's
You're gonna
absolutely
be completely
crazy.
surrounded. As I was visiting with somebody the other day, and there's a place, like, and when we're on the way back, I'll show you the place I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But the guy I was talking to said, yeah, he said, I was talking to my uncle.
Go left up here. I'm gonna duck.
Oh, he ain't gonna know it's you.
You got tinted windows.
Yeah. Yeah, I got 10 windows, and he don't know what I drive. I don't think. Not like we hang out and visit. Anyway, this guy was telling me that his uncle said the only way he'll sell that land is somebody will pay him cash for and the amount that he wants. And he wants $300,000 for it, which was less than what I thought he was gonna say.
Yeah.
Is it here?
Nope. It's down here. It's down towards the end.
I just saw the Dodge. Anyway, it's $300,000 is less than what I thought he was gonna say, and I was like, damn, man, if I won the lottery, I'd snatch that place up in a heartbeat, because it's I don't know how much land it is, but it's surrounded by things.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't got to worry about it developing. You know, it goes all the way up to the railroad tracks that go to DeLisi.
Yeah.
And then just past the railroad tracks is the lake, so they can't build there. And then the other way, it backs up to somebody's big pot farm.
So you're just completely.
Yeah. So you ain't got to worry about nobody developing around you.
So let me ask you something about relationships.
I'll tell you.
People who jump from one relationship to another. It was that White House back there. Is that healthy? Do you think there's something wrong with somebody that jumps like from one relationship to another to another to another, can't be by themselves?
I think that's the biggest part of it. Is it's not that they're happy and want to be with this particular person per se,
Mm-hmm.
but it's that they don't want to be alone.
They can't be alone. Yeah, and that's the hardest part. You know, for me is I don't have anybody. You know, I didn't jump out of my divorce and then like, okay, I gotta move in with somebody. Somebody's gotta move in with me. You know, he went straight from I'm married, I have a girlfriend, to I'm separated, to my girlfriend's living with me, and there's no space, there's no break, there's no breath, there's no like, I need to know me for him.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
That's for sale too. That's crazy.
Wouldn't that be funny?
Wow. Is that lots?
Probably, yeah.
Would be funny.
I was gonna say it'd be funny if you were able to buy all this.
Oh yeah. Yeah. The good Lord didn't put me in that position. But
But I bet they are lots. That's why.
yeah, it looks like they're lots.
You're probably gonna sell them in 1 acre lots.
Well, good. I hope the whole area is populated out here, because I don't live out here anymore.
Out there where you live, are you in town?
Nope, I'm outside of town.
Are you?
Yeah. I'm outside of town. I'm on a creek. So,
Nice.
yep, no one's going to bother me.
That's yours.
And it's mine.
Nice.
It's mine. That house back there that I let go of when we got divorced, I drew those house plans. I helped frame the walls. It's hard to let something like that go, you know,
Yeah.
but it's just material stuff in the end, you know.
So where that camper is over there,
Mm-hmm.
I used to live in that house.
That was his grandma's rent house.
Mhm.
I didn't know you lived there.
Yeah.
Wow, this is just like memory lane.
Long time ago.
Long
We
time ago.
only had one kid when we lived there. Our second kid was conceived in that house.
Really?
Yeah.
That must have been a long, long time ago.
Yeah, because our second kid is now just turned 19.
Jeez, can you believe you've been around long enough to have a 19-year-old?
And I liked living there too. I mean,
Did you?
the house was small and not in good shape, but it was not in good shape even when we lived there. That's where I was living. We were living there when I come home late from work one night, and I was drinking beer the whole way home. So I was drunk by the time I got to the house. I sat down in the bathtub. The shower was broken, so I was taking a bath.
Yeah.
So I was sitting in the bathtub and I was looking at my wife had a mirror at the end of the tub. So I'm looking at myself and I said, I'm gonna shave my fucking head. Which I'd already had a pretty short buzz cut. So I just reached over and grabbed a razor and went to fucking shaving. And then I got this far and was like, oh shit, I can't see the rest of my head. So I start screaming from the bathtub, wake my wife up. I'm drunk in a bathtub, and I've got this much of my head shaved. And she's like, what the hell happened? I said, I decided I was going to shave my head, but I can't see the back. I need some help.
Did she finish it for you?
She did.
Oh, that's a good wife right there, Matt.
She did. She finished it for me.
You know what I would have done? I would have took pictures of you.
And then gone back to bed.
And then gone back to bed. Yeah.
She's a keeper.
Yeah, you got a good spouse there. Spouse.
I got a good partner.
You got a good partner. That's a good word for it.
She, because man, you know, I make bad decisions all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But if I didn't have her to woe up on the reins a little bit every once in a while, you know how many more bad decisions I would make on a regular basis?
Yeah. And you know, you guys stick together through everything.
Mm-hmm.
And that's rare nowadays. You know, nowadays.
Oh, here's what you gotta watch. You got Netflix?
Yeah.
You gotta watch The Social Dilemma.
Okay, what is it about?
It's basically, which in your kid's too young right now, but I promise you, everything that they talk about on there is true. So pay attention to what they're talking about so that you don't make these mistakes with your kids.
Okay.
With your kid. It talks about the effects, the long-term effects that social media has had on people. Like
It's called The Social Dilemma?
Social Dilemma, yeah, it's on Netflix. And and this is when it really, we were like, oh shit. Is like when it started talking about, you know, too much screen time is causing kids not to get their driver's licenses.
Really?
When they should. And we paused it and looked at each other. My daughter, I had to drive to college and pick her up and take her down to the highway patrol station so she could take her driver's test.
So why?
She was already in college before she got her license.
What's the reason they're saying that it's causing a delay?
Because you don't need anything outside of your phone. You don't need anything outside of your tablet. Your entire social, because that's why you want to get your license when you turn 16.
Yeah, when I was
so
a
you could
kid,
go and be around people.
Yes, that was the big goal right there.
Here's all your friends.
Oh no.
All your friends.
I can't imagine growing up in this day and age right now.
It talks about kids not dating like they used to. Not wanting to go out on dates. Not wanting to go and hang out with their friends. Not wanting to, and that's all fucking true. What our two oldest would rather have been at home with us than go and do shit with their friends.
Really?
If they wanted to be with their friends had to come to our house. And that was not that was them. Like we were telling them, get the fuck, like go
Go away.
Go away so your mom and I can have a quiet night at the house.
We want to have sex. Leave.
Yes, we want to have sex that we don't have to be quiet. You know, think about this. I'm sure you've had to have a lot of quiet sex with your daughter in the house. Okay? It's demoralizing. I don't know if that's the right word. It's a shot to your ego when you don't hear your partner making noise during sex.
Kids ruin marriages.
Because if you're making, like if you're doing a good job, your partner makes noise.
Yeah.
That signifies you're doing a good job. But when everything has to be quiet.
Favorite spot, sorry. This has always been my favorite spot out here.
Why?
The creek dry.
No.
I don't know. It's always been my favorite spot.
Got some water in it.
Do you hear that?
You want to go swimming?
Not right there. Always been my favorite spot.
Well, if you'd have worn your damn bathing suit like you're supposed to.
Okay, so what were we talking about?
I could have took you to the lake.
Demoralizing sex.
Yeah.
You have to be quiet.
Right. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I hate when you want to know that you're doing a good job.
You want to be able to put your hand over their mouth. You want to be able to be the one that's like, shh, the kids can hear us.
Yeah. Kids are fucking shit up for us.
Huh?
The kids are fucking shit up for us. Anyway. Hey guys, be sure to like, share, and subscribe our page here. Get it out there. Let other people know. Let other people hear the shit we're talking about.
And then come on the show and talk with us. You got
That
a
would
problem?
be awesome.
You want to talk it out? Come right around with us. Come do some back roading. Just hang out with us.
That would be awesome. We need to get somebody in there that can just sit in the back in the middle.
Yeah.
Be seen.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. We need gotta be cool.
If you're not cool, you can't ride with us.
Yeah. Only cool kids get to hang out with us. Well, never mind. I was fixing to volunteer you. Never mind.
Me for what?
I'll let it go. I'm gonna let it go.
Volunteer me for what?
So say, and if the person that comes to ride with us is cool enough, she'll actually wear the bikini top like she's been talking about.
Possibly.
What would be great is if it was another girl and y'all both wear your bikini tops. How awesome would that be for me?
We'll see what we can do about that, Matt.
How awesome would that be? One of y'all might have to drive if that was the case. We'll be able to keep my eyes on the road.
We'll see how we can help you out there.
I did some work for those people that live there.
That's a weird house.
They are weird people.
They look like they would be weird people. Weird people live in weird homes.
We're on Mattachey Road right now, and if you're weird and live on Mattachey, I'm talking about you.
Is it Mattachey or Mattachey?
I've always heard it called Mattachey.
What does that word mean?
Well, it's Indian.
Indian word?
Yeah, it's Indian. Means beautiful sunsets.
Oh, does it? I miss this area sometimes. But I get to see it every once in a while, every other day, when I take my daughter on her 45-minute trek to school.
So, like, did she stay with you during the week?
Some of the time, yeah.
And you gotta drive
Yeah, I gotta drive
from over there
to over there. 45 minutes. That's a trip to Texas. That's a trip to North
You cut
Texas.
through the refuge? Is
No.
that shorter?
No, it's at the same distance. The refuge and the highway is the same distance, actually.
Really?
Yep. But it sure is pretty out this way.
I love it out here. I just wish they quit building damn houses.
They're never gonna quit building houses.
There's only so many people. We're building houses.
Never, ever, ever. You're gonna look around in the next 30 years. This is gonna be a suburb.
I like that you're being optimistic and think I'm gonna live for 30 more years. All the bad decisions I've made in life, I don't know.
No, that means
hold up for 30
you'll
more.
live a long time if you've made a bunch of bad decisions. Hey, and if you're an asshole, you'll never die. Because assholes
start working on being an asshole then.
forever. They do. Assholes never die.
Gotta start working on being an asshole. Another creek.
Is this dry? No? Not as stagnant.
You
Beautiful,
swimming?
stagnant water.
But you open the window right there, you get ate up by mosquitoes in no time.
Yeah. Which our mosquitoes have been the size of like birds, small birds this year.
God, I went and did some work down in Seymour, Texas.
Seymour, Texas.
And
Is it by
them
Wichita
mosquito
Falls?
land on you, and it felt like
Really? You could feel it? You could feel the weight of the
mosquito.
mosquito?
It was like, God dang. It felt like a bird landing. You're just smacking and shit like that, and the mosquito fly off, just flipping you the bird.
Where's Seymour? Is that by Wichita Falls?
I think it's 45 miles west of Wichita Falls, something like that.
I've never been there.
40 to 45 miles, something like that. It's out there. There's nothing else. They got a Sonic though.
Oh, see, this is why I don't like Sonics. Everything they make tastes the same. You get onion rings, it tastes the same as the cheesecake bites.
I don't get onion rings
Well,
or cheesecake
I'm
bites.
just saying.
You know my favorite thing to eat from Sonic?
What?
Those pretzel twists.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't have a favorite thing from Sonic. I did.
Sweet tea.
They don't carry it anymore. It was the
What?
macaroni and cheese bites. It's fried macaroni and cheese.
That sounds like a heart attack.
It was good.
Sounds like a future heart attack.
It's really good.
Anyway, all right, guys, that's going to be it for today. I'm Matt Farrell.
And I'm Kristen Rochelle.
This has been Cheaper Than Therapy. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you.